Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Abiyah, and today I am bringing you a recipe that I adore. I am making Southern style macaroni and cheese. Now, this is not my recipe. Remember when I was in North Dakota visiting my brother and his wife? My brother cooked this macaroni and cheese that has been on my mind for over 3 months now. And I have to make it because it's better than mine. And if you've been watching my videos, you would know that I love cheese. Okay? My mom used to tell me that in my past life, I was a mouse because I love cheese. Anyways, I know the comforting months are coming up where everyone's gonna be indulged in comfort foods and things like that, and holidays, family gatherings are coming up, and I'm telling you, this is a macaroni and cheese that you want to bring to your next family function or your gathering with friends. Let's get into it. Now, this recipe is not my own. This recipe is Cooking with Freddie. Her recipe is perfect. Now, my brother don't know how to cook. I'm gonna let you know, he did not grow up in the kitchen. No, 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 no. But my brother knows what he likes. So he followed her recipe to the T. I loved it. So I'm gonna do just the same. So Cooking with Freddie. Freddie, if you see this video, girl, you're doing your thing. You're doing your thing. So to start this recipe, I got every ingredient that was on her list. The one ingredient that I had troubles finding was this Abiyah complete seasoning. Okay. I went to 4 different stores, could not find it. So I ordered it on Amazon. Amazon has it. This whole bottle, this is a 12-ounce bottle on Amazon. It was for, I think, $3.99, which is not bad. So she said, Freddie said, this is the spice that gives it that mm, that in it, okay? Just so you know. But all the ingredients will be listed in the description box below, guys. And I will also put a link to Freddie's video in the description box below as well. So what I have here is 12 cups of boiling water. And she said to add 2 cubes of chicken bouillon, the Maggie brand. Add 2 cubes of that. And that's what I'm going to do. And give that a stir. Let that dissolve in the water and give the water some flavor. Flavor. Yes, we love flavor. All right, now that our water is boiling, our flavored water is boiling, I am going to add 16 ounces of elbow macaroni noodles. You can use whichever macaroni and noodles brand you choose, but I'm going to go ahead and cook those to al dente. Give it a good mix and let that cook. And while this is starting to cook, this is the time you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Freddie's recipe calls for 4 different types of cheeses, and you can't go wrong with 4 cheeses in my life. So here we have about 8 ounces of Velveeta cheese that we're going to cube up. Then we have some medium cheddar cheese, and we're only going to use about 8 ounces of the medium cheddar cheese. And then we also have Colby Jack cheese, 8 ounces. And then I couldn't, just like she couldn't in the video, I could not find this in the block, but this is the 4 Mexican cheese that we're going to use as well, okay? Now, while our noodles are cooking, we are going to shred our own cheese. And I believe, as well as Freddie, that shredding your own cheese is better than buying the already shredded cheese, because the already shredded cheese has a flour substance coating each shred, each piece, and which prevents it from melting as good as cheese that don't have all that extra ingredients like flour around it. It melts better, it tastes better, and it gives it a more creamier consistency. And I probably opened this all wrong, but that's all right. We're going to get it done. But this is the Colby cheese, and we're going to shred all 8 ounces of this. Come on, cheese. I opened this all wrong because there we go. I'm going to toss that in the trash. And we are going, I'm going to cut it up because I don't want to, it's too much of a block to hold all at once. And we are going to shred the cheese. We're going to shred all of it. And we're doing this while our oven is preheating and while the noodles are cooking. Okay? It don't take long to shred your own cheese. And you will notice in the grocery store, shredding your own cheese saves you money as well. And it don't take long. Freaking cut myself. Oh, look at that. I cut myself. Alrighty, now that I done cut myself, I had to do a homemade Band-Aid service, but I got plastic gloves. So be careful when you're shredding your cheese that you don't cut yourself, okay? But we're going to continue shredding our cheese. Now this is 8 ounces of the medium cheddar cheese that I'm shredding here. You know, I used to always wonder who developed cheese? Who discovered cheese? Like if cheese comes from milk, a cow or goat or some sort, and that process requires like the milk to curd, and what did that taste like? And how did that inspire to be cheese? You ever wonder where cheese came from? If you have an idea of where cheese came from, please leave a comment in the description box below. Okay, so our medium cheddar has been shredded. And we're going to put this in a bowl. Yeah, we're going to put this in a bowl and set that to a side. Okay, so we have our Colby Jack cheese already shredded, and we have our medium cheddar cheese already shredded, 8 ounces each. And our Mexican cheese is already shredded, so we don't need to shred that. But we will cut up our Velveeta into cubes. Like that. Now, normally that's just how I make my mac and cheese, with just Velveeta, maybe some sour cream, butter, and adding this other cheese and the spices takes this whole mac and cheese to a whole different planet. I'm telling you. You will be the talk of the family function this season. And we're cutting the Velveeta up into chunks just so that it can melt quicker. And I think our noodles are done, and we don't want to overboil our noodles, overcook them, because we don't want them to get mushy. So I think our noodles are done. So we're going to drain them. All right, so we have our noodles, and we're going to strain our noodles. Okay. And to our noodles, we're going to add about a tablespoon of butter. And we're going to mix that in to our noodles. And what this is going to do is help prevent the noodles from sticking. Now we're going to begin making our roux. So we're going to add about 4 tablespoons of salted butter. And we're going to let that sizzle on down. Now, normally when I make my mac and cheese, I don't make a roux. So I guess this roux got me doing extra work, but it's so worth it, y'all. So worth it. So worth it. So once our butter starts melting down, we are going to add 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour and let that cook. We want the flour to cook. I am cooking on an electric 1 burner, so it may cook quicker on a stovetop range because you have more control over your temperature settings. So I'm not going to time it with this because it may be different than your stovetop. Okay, I think our flour is cooked. That took about 2 minutes. And then we are going to add in 2 cups of whole milk. She said add whole milk, so that's what I'm going to do. I don't normally buy whole milk because I'm lactose, but I love mac and cheese. And we're going to use whole milk, like she said. And that's what my brother used, because I drink mainly almond milk or a plant-based milk. So we're going to let that cook down. Give it a stir. Yeah, we're going to add in, now that our temperature is up to par, up to heat, and the consistency we're looking for, we're going to add in 8 ounces of chunked Velveeta cheese. Can't have enough cheese, girl. And I think that when you're making a mac and cheese, I think the roux really helps your cheese to stretch. Because normally when I make my mac and cheese at home, normally the way I make it, I use a whole block of Velveeta. And I'm stirring consistently because I've never made mac and cheese on this electric cooktop, and I don't want my cheese to burn. We are going to add in our 4 Mexican cheese. Yeah, we're going to add that. Give that a mix and let that melt together and marry. Yes, so we can add some more to the family, the cheese family. Oh my goodness, y'all. Now we're going to add in the remaining, we're going to add all of the Mexican cheese. Okay, give that a mix. Let that melt. Yes. And then we're going to add in half of our medium shredded cheese. Half. Because we're going to need the other half for the topping. Okay? And the same thing with the Colby Jack. We're going to add half. And we're going to save the other half for the topping. And we're going to give this a mix and let these melt and marry together. Okay, now that our cheese is melting, we are going to add in 3 tablespoons of sour cream. 1, 2, 3. I put heaping. She didn't say heaping, but I put heaping because it don't hurt nobody but my belly. All right. And give that a mix, because now we're going to add in our spices for our mac and cheese. And we're going to add in a teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of, she said paprika, but I am adding smoked paprika instead. Okay, because Abiyah gotta have her own flavor. Okay, and this is optional. A teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Now let's give this a mix. Ooh wee! It it gives it color, and it looks flavorful. My goodness. Okay. Now this is the spice that she said gives it that flavor. So I'm gonna grab a spoon, because I want to taste it as I cook it. But I'm going to taste it now. Mm. Now, she said she added a tablespoon of this complete seasoning. So I'm going to play it by ear and add about a tablespoon and give it a mix and see what that tastes like. And see if it needs more. Look at, yeah, my gosh. This stuff is the bomb. What? Oh, oh my gosh. I love that seasoning. That's gonna be my new favorite, baby. Freddie, thank you, Freddie, girl. Let's taste it again. I'm cooking for my family. I ain't cooking for y'all. Y'all can cook y'all own dish, so I'm finna double dip. They don't care. Mm, mm. Oh my goodness. That is exceptional. That is pretty much done, y'all. Now we are going to put our pasta in a bowl. Our oven should be nice and hot. And we are going to mix in our cheese. And Freddie said, not Abiyah, but Freddie said, mix it bit by bit. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to pour a little bit. Okay. And give it a mix. I normally mix mines in the pan, but I'm going to do it Freddie's way, and I'm sure my brother did it Freddie's way, and I didn't see nothing wrong with that way. So the only thing I added differently was the smoked paprika instead of regular paprika. And let me put this over here and mix some more. Look, oh my goodness, y'all. Freddie, you ain't lying, girl, when you said you will be the talk of the occasion that you bringing this to, they gonna talk about your mac and cheese because it was so good. And she is not lying. All right, now we're gonna mix the rest. We are gonna continue. It's thick, y'all. Okay, so now that it's mixed in, she said we're gonna add a half a cup of whole milk in parts. So I'm gonna do 1 part. She said, trust the process. And honey, I tasted it. I trust the process. I know. Okay, give it a mix. Okay. Then we're going to add in the remaining whole milk. And that looks mixed and combined. Now we're going to give it another taste test, guys, because at this point, whatever your mac and cheese tastes like, this is what it's going to taste like in the end. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So now we're going to grab our pan. We are going to grab our pan. Had to eat that. And I have some non-stick pan. And we're going to coat our pan. Do I need a bigger pan? No. I should be good. Coat it so it don't stick. This is where we're going to pour our macaroni into our bowl, into our pan, I'm sorry. Okay. Get it in there. Now, I don't know if she said bake it covered or uncovered, but I am going to bake it covered because we're going to bake it again. So I'm going to bake it covered for now. Whew, that looks so good, y'all. Let's get some foil. We're going to bake it at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. It's been 20 minutes. Let's check our mac and cheese. Look at that. Okay. Now what we're going to do, she said we're going to give it a mix. So we are going to mix it. Ah, that looks so cheesy and delicious. Give it a mix. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I could eat this right now. But we ain't done yet. One more step, I promise. We almost done, y'all. With Freddie's Southern style mac and cheese. We almost there. So we gave it a mix. Okay. Now we're going to top it with the rest of our, I'm just going to mix these two together. Our Colby cheese and our medium cheddar cheese. We're gonna top it off with that. Y'all, this is gonna give it that golden, oh, definitely. Okay, look at that. And this was just enough cheese. It worked perfectly. Girl, Freddie, you got it going on. Freddie, I'm gonna have to cook another one of your recipes because you got it going on, girl. All right. And she topped it with a little additional of cayenne pepper. And this is just for color, so we're gonna sprinkle that lightly. And we're gonna also add some paprika to the top. And there we go. Then we're gonna put it back in the oven for another 15-20 minutes. Look at that beauty. Oh, that looks so delicious. Yes, it does. Yum, yum, yum. Our mac and cheese has been in the oven at 350 for an additional 15 minutes. Plus, the last 5 minutes, I put it on broil on high to help it give it this burnt cheese look, which I love. But look at this. This is done, guys. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to dig in. I didn't cut the wrong end. I need to cut this end so y'all can see what I'm doing, okay? But we are going to cut into this mac and cheese, guys. Freddie's Southern style mac and cheese, which is the best mac and cheese I have had so far in my life. And I love cheese. Look at this goodness. My gosh. Look at that. Look at that, guys. That is delicious. Let's get a plate here and let's get a fork so we could taste this mac and cheese. My husband's getting me some Band-Aids. Look at that. Guys, let's eat. This is my favorite part of cooking is the taste, the final taste test. Mm. 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 That is so good. Freddie girl. I don't think I'm going to make mac and cheese any different. This is it. Mm. Definitely the best mac and cheese I've had. With flavor, it has personality, it has pizzazz, it has cheese, it's creamy. Oh, delicious. Guys, I encourage you on your next family cookout, bring this mac and cheese, okay? They're going to talk about you in a good way. Anyways, guys, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Hey, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.